All right, y'all, we are live on this freezing cold Wednesday morning. Want to talk about Bitcoin today. Make sure to FOMO into the like button, share the stream with all your friends on MySpace. If we can get this up to 750 likes as usual, I will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. The corn is doing some crazy stuff right now, guys. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the corn. What is happening? We're going to get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Talk about some various scenarios that we got going on, and we will be live very soon. All right, y'all, we are live. We are live. Shout out to CB. Shout out to Jacob Skordelis. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Shout out to Lambo Rambo and Memory Man in the house. J-Boy Bullish. As well as Robert Bonar holding it down with the wrench. Just so everyone knows, disclaimer at the beginning of the video, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am a paper trader and an entertainer. Let's get into this, guys. All right, y'all. So here we are. Here we are. Blessings to everybody. And this is the Bitcoin chart right now, guys. And Bitcoin is right now flirting with this very important area of resistance. You can see that we have this diagonal level of resistance right here on the chart that is coming up from the high at about 43,781. Then we tapped it again at 43,443, and then we tapped it again yesterday at 42,652. And we are currently finding resistance here right now on this trend line. Now, the question is, are we going to get are we going to move a little bit higher from here, or are we going to get rejected and come back down? Now, I just want to start by saying that we do have another diagonal resistance above this one. Right here, we can see if we connect the wicks from this wick to this wick, we will be running into another diagonal resistance at around 42.7, which, just so everyone is aware, would give us a potential chickens drinking water trade setup from taking out this high, smashing right into that trend line for a rejection. But that is down the road, and we're not going to talk about that right this second. What I kind of do want to talk about, though, is I want to start on a higher term time frame and just analyze these markets on some of the higher time frames, because things really are starting to, in my humble opinion, give us some clear direction. And of course, like I said, none of this is financial advice in any way, but I do just want to look at some of these higher term time frames. We're going to go ahead and turn off market Cipher DBSI, which is showing, by the way, on the 4-hour time frame that the tide is turning, at least on the 4-hour time frame, to get a little bit more movement to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off for now. I would also like to point out that on market Cipher SR, the VWAP, we are trading above the VWAP, which all day yesterday, the VWAP was acting as our very, very clear resistance. And so this is kind of a make it or break it, in my opinion. You know, if we do take a fib pull from the low to the high right here, we see that we've got that local golden pocket coming in right around the VWAP. So I would like to see Bitcoin hold the VWAP for more upward, at least in the local, at least in the short term. I want to start on the weekly time frame, and I want to just take a look at market Cipher B here. The VWAP is starting to curve to the upside, and the green dot looks like it could print in a week potentially, or even 2 weeks, depending on what happens in the next few days or weeks. We go to the 3-day time frame, and we'll actually go to the 5-day time frame right here. We can see the same thing. VWAP is starting to curve to the upside. I want to go to the daily time frame and take a look here at the potential trigger wave that we are forming on the daily time frame. So we came down, we put in a clear bottom right here, and not only did we put in a clear bottom, but we put in on the daily time frame a bullish divergence. Okay, so we had snake eyes on market Cipher B on the daily, printing bullish divergences this whole way down. Okay, then we lose the range, come down for another move to the downside, and we actually got a bullish divergence, not just locally here, but across this entire area. We got bullish divergence, and not only did we get bullish divergence, but we also got another big BitBoy green dot right here. And if this trigger wave right here confirms, I think we can get a big push to the upside on the 12-hour time frame as well. We've got that 12-hour trigger wave printing, and 12-hour trigger waves, they do tend to give us some upside. We can just go back here and see that these 12-hour trigger waves, they do give us movements to the upside. And not only do we see the 12-hour trigger wave here, but if we go and turn off the other indications on here, like the blue waves and the old Wapinator, and the dots and the RSIs, we can see that money flow on the 12-hour time frame during this entire period of consolidation, right? During this entire, if we're going to look at this whole thing from the 3rd of December, where we came down and put in this low, we can see that we are holding the support. We can see that during the time that we are consolidating in this zone here, money flow is coming up on the 12-hour time frame, on the 8-hour time frame. Money flow also is coming up. It's not as clear on the 8-hour time frame, but when we go down to the 4-hour time frame, it actually becomes much more clear that the money flow is coming up. Look at this locally right here. Hang on. Look at that, okay? Money flow coming up, and not only is money flow coming up, but we saw the money flow bullishly diverge as we came down to here. And so, for these reasons, I am kind of expecting that we will get some kind of a relief rally soon. Does that mean to go long right now, 100x leverage? Absolutely not. It does not mean that. However, let me turn on all my indicators back on. However, it does tell me that we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared for a move to the upside, right? There's a lot of, we've been in this downtrend now for a very long time, since the 10th of November, and we do need to have a bounce. I was talking to Tom Crown yesterday, live on the stream. We need to have some kind of a bounce. We need to get some kind of relief here. Price cannot continue to go down forever. We need to get some kind of relief. Even if we're going to stay in the downtrend, we do need to get some kind of relief. Now, it's very important locally. I want to go back to a more local chart right here and turn on some of the levels that I was looking at the beginning of the stream. It's very, very important right now that we do not start closing daily candles below, I would say, the $39,000 level. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mark this on my chart and call it a very important support. I'm going to make it I'll make it green. I'll make it green. Actually, I'll make it this color right here, and we'll call it important. Important support. The reason why I don't want to lose this important support is because if we do lose that and we start closing daily candles below it, we can see that there's really not much support on the way down here. And then we only have support in this area right here. And if we lose that, well, it could be a very, very fast move downwards to the 20s. Okay, so right now we are at clear support. This green line is a very, very clear support. Hang on, let me go ahead and turn that back on. The reason why this green line is such an important area of support is because it has been respected back here in January. It was respected again here when Elon Musk tweeted on January 9th. We came right up to that line. Then it's acting as resistance, support, and then this general zone right here is acting as support again in the fall. When we come down to here, we're looking at this more of a zone and not just a line. And then right now, this is where we are currently consolidating. And what is happening locally is, even on the 4-hour time frame, we're getting bullish divergences. And I do think that there is room here for this to have potentially been the bottom. And there's a few different scenarios that I could see playing out. Now, scenario number one is that we are going to put in a higher low somewhere. Now, currently, I am long on Bitcoin right now. I am long on Bitcoin from this white line. I actually took two longs. I took one yesterday from right here, and I took one also today from right here. And the reason why I took these long trades is because if we go into the VIP Discord, the first one, we were looking to take a long right from the golden pocket if we were getting bullish divergences on the 12-minute time frame. We did get that. It was a little unconventional. I made a video about that yesterday, but if we turn on our golden pocket right here, we can see that we did come down for that first bounce right into the golden pocket, bounced, rejected off that trend line. And the second one is actually a chickens drinking water type trade, where yesterday I was looking at this level right here, the level of 41170, because we had this previous wick right here, and I'm like, if we come back down here with the bullish divergences, I think we can get a bounce from there. And that's pretty much what happened, right? We came down, here's the level right here, this white line. We came down just a little bit below that, and we got the bounce. And so that was a very nice trade. Both of those trades were very nice. And I'm using higher leverage for these trades, as you can see here. Almost 50x leverage for that trade, because when you know it's going to be a move, you know, right? So right now, it's very, very important if we want to see more upside for Bitcoin. Well, there's some major levels here. The major levels that we need to hold for support is, number one, going to be this high volume node right here. Okay, because what happened was we came down, if we're looking at this as just a sideways range where Bitcoin has a fair value that it wants to trade in, we came down to the low where we got a move to the upside. We've come above that center point. If we now lose the center point, I think it's probable that we will come lower. But if we can hold above this center point, I think it's probable that we will probably get another move to the upside. And if that's the case, then the next major area of resistance that we have is going to be between 43.8 and 45. And the reason for that is because we do have this very, very important zone of resistance up here where we can see we have the golden pocket and we have this daily level. And if we can break above this, then I think officially we can say that, at least on a higher term time frame, Bitcoin has reversed its bearish market structure, because we can say that we have come down and we put in a low and we put in a high and we put in a higher low. And if we come up above this area, we have officially put in a higher high. And if that happens, this will actually be the first time that we see Bitcoin break out of a consolidation sideways market since the 10th of November. Because if we go back in time and we go back to the 10th of November, we can see here that we had this sideways market right here, roughly, and we broke down. And then we had this one right here, roughly, which then broke down. And then we had this one right here, which I thought we were actually going to break up from here, but we did break down, and now currently we are in this one here. And for me, the line of delineation, the line of demarcation, the line of decision, the line of, what's another D word that I can use here, is going to be this golden pocket right here. We can even see the golden pocket. We also have this just visual area of support here that could easily act as resistance now, right? So if we're coming above that box, we're in good company. Okay, as far as the bullish scenario goes. Now, if we do lose this important area right here, this point of control, which it does look like we're coming back down to it right now, around 41.8, then the next area that I would look for, if we're going to put in a higher low, and if we are going to reverse market structure, is going to be this $40,600 level, because it is the next Fibonacci level. It's also just it's a daily level of support that we've been bouncing off 1, 2, 3 times. We could potentially come down for a 4th bounce and still put in a higher low, because, you know, what I would love to see is a higher low where we've come down, put in our low, put in our high. Even if we come down to here, put in a higher low, and then go to put in a higher high. Those are 2 scenarios that I'm potentially looking for. And the reason why I am remaining bullish in my sentiment is because of these higher time frames, which are showing that it's very possible that we start to get the movement to the upside. The 12-hour trigger wave no longer is printing, and we're actually coming down pretty fast and hard right now. But I don't see any bearish divergences on the 12-minute time frame, which is actually encouraging. Because usually those 12-minute bearish divs, they're pretty powerful. But oof, this is horrible. Actually, looking at this, we do have this this potential trigger wave here, but at least it's not a bearish divergence. So what if we do come down lower here, and we come down to this important support that I don't want to close daily candles below? If we do come down to this level right here, this 38.9, 39K level, what potentially could happen is we could get another bullish divergence on the daily time frame. And these bullish divergences are very juicy, okay? I call them uneven butt cheeks. Uneven butt cheeks are where you have a very juicy left butt cheek over here, and we can see over here on Market Cipher B that we do have a very juicy left butt cheek, right? We can see it. It's full of juice. What kind of juice? It's actually grape soda. Grape soda, the Zevia brand. All right, did you guys ever drink this? You guys ever drink this? Sometimes when I am at a social gathering, what are the kids into these days? Parties, right? I will drink me some of this Zevia here. It's sweetened with stevia extract. It's like dancing on the line of kind of healthy, but not really, not even close to healthy. But if you're gonna drink a sweetened carbonated beverage, this is the way to go. And so we've got this butt cheek here. You can see by the money flow, full of grape Zevia. And then on over here, we could potentially put a skinnier butt cheek, just like this one right here, the right side, which is very, very not so plump. It's full of celery sticks, and rice cakes. So we got the grape soda and the rice cakes. And if we do that, we will then be printing bullish divergences during this entire consolidation right here, from the time that we had this first wick down on December 3rd. And in my mind, that also is a very bullish sign. Now, again, I'm giving these different scenarios because these are all 3, I guess, not necessarily, yeah, these are the 3 bullish scenarios that I am planning to trade if they happen. Of course, you know, then we have to look for the entries when we get the entries. But yeah, those are the 3 bullish scenarios. Now, something else that we need to keep in mind is the fact that we are still trading in this wedge right here, right? We're trading in this wedge. And this also is a bullish pattern, right? Trading in the wedge, bullish pattern. If we take the measured move here from the high to the low, and we put it right here, okay, we can see that we are going to be coming up to around the $56.5 thousand area. This is a very important area of resistance. It also is a Fibonacci golden pocket right here. And so it makes sense, if we are going to have a relief rally and then come down a little bit lower, we would retrace up to the golden pocket and then come down lower. And when we do come down lower, if that actually happens, then it really does make sense that we come down to the next major zone of support. Now here's the thing: Bitcoin under 30K is not a bearish thing. In fact, I could think that's a bullish thing. It would make sense for us to come down to the golden pocket right here for another bounce. And if we're going to stay in a downtrend here, right, then we very well may get a bounce from the golden pocket, come back up to this important support, and then come even lower. And that could give us a really, really, really nice bounce, because if we lose the golden pocket here, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would be buying Bitcoin on spot. And in the long run, I am super bullish on crypto and Bitcoin in general. I hold a lot of Bitcoin on spot. I am not the kind of guy who wants the price to go down, even though I am still holding 4 shorts on Bitcoin. And by the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where we post the trade setups and the technical analysis in advance over here, like the scalps that we've been taking, long scalps on Bitcoin this whole time, like this one, posted in advance, was a very juicy move. I made a video about it yesterday. Also, giving the levels in advance and stuff like that, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you do want to learn how to trade like this and find the levels and use Market Cipher to get into these juicy trades, you can check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, even if you've never looked at a chart before. This will teach you how to read the charts and feel confident in your trades. It will actually even teach you how to read the charts and feel confident in your trades. You will feel so confident in your trades where you could even read this twice on the website. How to stop FOMOing, how to stop trading with emotions, how to utilize tested trading strategies with Market Cipher, when to buy and when to sell to maximize your profits. Risk management, guys. Very important stuff. Now, we do currently have right now a 40% discount in honor of the fact that this YouTube channel has just gotten, if we go to the Jason Casper YouTube channel, and I want to thank every one of you, 76,000. So I can't even believe that 76,000 people want to sit here and listen to a guy with a Pikachu hat talk about Bitcoin. But in honor of that, if you use the discount code LOVE, all capitals, LOVE, because I love you guys, you can get 40% off if you use the code LOVE. And love, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Yeah, that's right. Divi is the best for Divi is the best for WordPress. That's super true. So this is just like my overarching plan for the corn. And here's the thing: even if we do get a relief rally, we may not come up to that $57,000 area. There are still some other important areas that we have to be aware of. First of all, this $47,000 area is a very high volume node right here. You know, even if we do, what the heck is going on? Hang on, I'm flopping and groping over here when it comes to my computer. Even if we do get, there we go. That's what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for that. Even if we get a relief rally, we need to be aware that we could reject off of that that high volume node there. And let me just see. Yeah, there's also some fib confluence there. And then it depends on, it really depends on where we come to, right? Because if we come a little bit lower, you know, there might not be as much. But another area that we definitely do need to be aware of is going to be the $53,000 area, just because we have a very important support resistance flip right here. As well as some other areas in here. One of the main ones actually being this area right up here where we have a low volume node right around 50,000. So this is kind of what I'm looking at right here. If we are able to start to break above these important resistances, you know, we've got this trend line right here. I mean, this trend line respected once, twice, 3, and now we're just running up against. If we can break out of this thing with the trigger wave on the daily, I do expect a move to the upside. And if we start to close the daily candles below the 39K area, then I am expecting more movement to the downside, where I'm going to be looking for support in this general zone. And there are quite a few areas in here that I am looking, specific levels that I am looking for a bounce. And then, you know, once I have the specific areas I'm looking in here, the ones I just went over, then I have the specific areas in here And, you know, I cannot get into them in this stream here, but if you're in the VIP Discord, then we do give the exact levels. In fact, you can import my full charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and multiple altcoins right into your trading view, where we give these levels and stuff like that. By the way, tomorrow we are going to be doing a VIP altcoin stream. Last week we did do a Luna stream, and we did, in fact, short Luna from right here down. And, you know, obviously we're now getting a bounce on this support right here, but these are the types of trade setups that we can find during these streams. Yeah, so that is kind of where I'm chilling at with the Bitcoin. Let's zoom back in real quick to take a look at what's happening locally. Locally, we can see that, man, it looks like we are about to get a 1 hour red trigger wave here, which could potentially bring us down to the lower areas of support that we were looking at before the stream. Actually, let's just quickly take a look at those levels here so we can be aware of them. So, yeah, first of all, very important that we hold 41.8. If we lose 41.8, I would not be surprised if we come back down to around the 40.6. That is a 786 level. And then, of course, you know, I don't want to be closing candles below this trend line right here. That would be a bad sign. But I do think we could hold support just based on these signals here. If we play a game of red dot, green dot on market Cipher B, because money flow is coming up, we get the red trigger wave, we come down, we get another green trigger wave as money flow continues to come up. We could really do something like this. We could even just put in a higher low, and we'll really see what happens here. Let's put it back on the VWAP and see. Are we? Ooh, we're coming down to test the VWAP and that high volume node. So this is going to be a crucial area to see what is going to happen. And basically, the reason why we're doing this is because if the price does lose these areas, then we know where we're looking for to potentially get back into a long position, right? And of course, the best way to paper trade, and by the way, I only paper trade, I don't use real money, because it's true that leverage trading is one of the most riskiest things you can do. And I'm not a financial advisor, nor is this financial advice. In fact, if you do mistake what I'm saying as financial advice, not only will you lose all your Bitcoin 100% guaranteed, but you will also lose all your crypto in general, all your Ethereum, all your Cardano, all your fiat currency. You're going to get into a huge fight with your girlfriend, and she's going to dump you. She's going to slit the tires on your car so you're not going to get into work. She's going to throw your cell phone in the toilet. You won't be able to call your boss and tell her that you're late to work. So she's going to fire you for a no-call, no-show. Then you're going to have to try and walk to work because you don't know that she's fired you yet because you don't have your cell phone, and you're going to trip and fall, and you're going to knock out a tooth on the street. It's going to be a horrible time, all because you thought this was financial advice. I'm just an entertainer / this is educational content, paper trading only here, guys. And I love to paper trade. I love it so much. I don't like to take any risks in life. That's why I'm such a loser. That's why I live in my mom's garage. That's why I've never had a girlfriend in my life. And, you know, I just think life is so much better if you can be safe. Don't go outside your house, guys. It's dangerous out there. It's so dangerous. There's invisible enemies out there just waiting to catch you everywhere you go. Let me tell you. So now that that's out of the way, maybe we can take a look at some other coins here. We are getting a 45-minute red trigger wave right here, but the money flow is looking nice. So this is, I honestly don't know what's going to happen here, guys. I honestly don't know. Okay, got my stop loss for this trade somewhere right down here. If I get stopped out after taking profits up at this trend line, so be it. I'll look for the next long, but if we do something like this, that would be nice as well. Let's pull a local golden pocket out and see. Perhaps we will come down to the local golden pocket or the local 786. Not 100% sure. Looks like the 786 is probably right around where my stop loss is. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. We could take a look at some other coins as well. Let me pop into the chat real quick and say what's up to you guys. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all are the best. Make sure to like the video because, you know, if we can get 750 likes, I will give away 0.025 Bitcoin. Let's take it at the poll. Are you guys bullish or bearish for today? Most people are foxes that eat chickens. Some people are chickens. Okay, that's good to know. There's 51% of you are foxes that eat chickens out of the 324 votes. And is that bearish or bullish? I don't really know. But yeah, make sure to like the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not. And yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat. God bless you guys. Travis is long from 390. What is that? You want to talk about Ethereum? All right, we could check out Ethereum. We could check out what's the discount code for. Okay, the discount code LOVE, LOVE, all capital letters, is a 40% code for the trading course in honor of 76,000 subscribers. And this code is for a limited time. There's only a very few amount of people who can use it, and then the coupon will be gone forever. So yeah, interesting. Just so interesting about this, guys. Yeah, don't exactly know what is going to happen right here. I do not know. We could take a quick look at Ethereum here. So Ethereum pretty much doing the same thing as Bitcoin, just trading in a very local sideways market. Right now we're at the low. We're at the low of the sideways market, and we're also, the point of control is very, very close to the value area low right here. And so if we start to lose this important zone, okay, then the next major zone of support is going to be that that 786 level right here, where I will be looking for another bounce. And we could just continue, guys, in this downtrend, right? I mean, absolutely, we could just continue here. So pretty much for Bitcoin and Ethereum, my strategy is I'm just longing every lower low, hoping that that's the one that is going to be our first trend reversal. But yeah, so for ETH, basically right now, the major areas of resistance are going to be around this golden pocket, around 3,270. And then, of course, we have the high up here around this area right here, which is resistance. And then we have a golden pocket at about 3,518. And again, we have this low right here. And as long as we're not closing candles below 2,900, I still remain bullish for the Ethereum. Now, I do want to talk about something for ETH that I think we need to discuss, which is this. We'll go to a higher time frame. We'll go to the 3-day, and we're going to turn on some macrolicious technical analysis over here. And we can see that we had this very important key box of support for Ethereum. Why is this so key? This is so key because we have many areas in here that are this level label is wrong here. We have many areas in here that are of key importance for finding support. Number one, we have two golden pockets. Number two, if we're going to look at the volume of Ethereum that it traded from the 21st of July, maybe we could even say the 18th of July, but I'll say the 21st of July, we can see that the low of the value area where where Ethereum is officially considered oversold is coming in right here in this green box. So we have two golden pockets. We have the official Ethereum being oversold at this level. And also, we've been in the downtrend just as long as we have been for Bitcoin. Ethereum also just as downtrendy as the corn. And so if we are going to get some kind of relief here, this is a juicy area to be looking for it. And just like Bitcoin, if we lose this juicy area of support, then we are looking down to the next major area of support, which is a golden pocket, okay? Now, it's a very important area of support if we lose the green box. I do not want to lose this green box, right? Because if we lose the green box and do something like that, then this is the next area that we're looking for. But if we're going to get relief, the corn and the Ethereum together, then I think this green box is the important place to look for, and I think we could get, even if we're going to stay in a macro downtrend, we could get a move back up to around a $4,000 Ethereum before rejecting off that Fibonacci golden pocket retracement and putting in a lower low on a higher term time frame, because we do have to be aware of the fact that for the next few months, things could be a little bit more bearish. And I even though I'm bullish on the daily time frame and stuff like that, guys, on the weekly time frame, on the monthly time frame, we are getting, especially if we go to the corn over here, if we go to the corn and we go to the weekly time frame and we turn off these stupid trend lines and we refresh the screen, yes, it looks like we're about to get the VWAP pointing upwards to give us a little relief, but look at the macro over here. We've got ourselves massive bearish divergences. If I had seen this on the 4-hour time frame, I would say we are going way, way down. Money flow is coming down and momentum is getting lower as Bitcoin is forming higher highs. And, you know, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news over here, guys, not at all. But we do have to be aware of the fact that we have potentially this rising wedge that we're breaking down out of, which could give us a very, very low target. Again, if we saw this on a lower time frame, we would all be shorting the fecal matter out of it, because check out the 3-hour over here. All right, when we came to the high, the all-time high for Bitcoin, look at the 3-hour. The 3-hour looked exactly like what our weekly looks like right now. Right, we had a triple high, we had a bearish divergence over time, as well as a local bearish divergence from here to here. And again, that local bearish divergence is the uneven butt cheek pattern. And man, you know, it's just like, I can't find it now, but we need to, you know what we need to do? We need to save this image and we need to find a way to open this image right here. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Because when the divergence is now on the top instead of on the bottom, we still use our butt cheeks, right? We still use them, but we have to flip it upside down, right? And then we have to go to edit, or maybe view, view, maybe edit, maybe tools, and flip horizontally, okay? Because now we've got this, the left butt cheek is now on the top, and then the right butt cheek is also on top. And this time, instead of Zevia purple grape soda, what we have inside the butt cheek this time is the Zevia cola soda. Okay, it's blue, right? It's blue. And so if we go back to the chart, we can see that the butt cheeks are full of this blue cola. And cola, if people don't know, is full of caffeine. And you can't drink caffeine. You think the caffeine is giving you energy. You think it's going to bring you up, 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 up. Eventually, that caffeine is going to cause you to crash. And we saw this on the 3-hour time frame. This is the signal that we use to call the top. We've called the top multiple times for multiple assets. This is how we shorted Ripple from the exact top. This is how we shorted Sol from the exact top. When the momentum and the money flow is coming down, that is a top signal. And on the weekly time frame, that's exactly what we have. We have a top signal on the weekly time frame. Okay, so that's why I'm expecting both Ethereum and Bitcoin to do something like that over the long term, right? We're just looking at these long-term charts. There's not enough info here for the Ethereum, but the Ethereum and the Corn, they follow each other quite nicely, right? They follow each other quite nicely. So back to this area over here, let me put this on here, the macro technical analysis. We can see that we're at this very important box. I'm thinking we're going to get some kind of a relief here, coming up to reject potentially off of a golden pocket, maybe coming down to another area of support. And if Ethereum does come down to this area of support, the golden pocket, even if we didn't have a golden pocket right here, anyone with 2 eyes and 0 technical analysis abilities can just see that there's been so much interaction with this box that this is a very strong area of support. And just like Bitcoin, if Bitcoin loses that $26,000 to $28,000 golden pocket, then, you know, we're looking at a lower Ethereum, guys. We're looking at a lower Ethereum. Now, again, overall, I am bullish for crypto on the major time frame scales. I am not saying these things are going to play out with 100% certainty. I'm just looking at the chart and saying we need to be prepared for it, because this is what our indicators are telling us, right? This is what the indicators are saying. Now, personally, I hold a lot of Bitcoin. I hold a lot of Ethereum on spot, and I will be accumulating on the way down, of course, paper trading fake money, because I don't take risks. And there is a huge risk if you are leverage trading with real money. Okay, I recommend everybody get a testnet account and paper trade over there. It's lots of fun. You can spend all day and all night, neglect your family to paper trade. It's very much fun. And yeah, but I will be paper trade accumulating on paper trade spot along the way down, because I do believe in the long-term success of these crypto assets for the next 5 to 10 years. So let's take a look now at Luna. So Luna, interesting. We shorted Luna from this golden pocket. We found some. Actually, this was pretty dang juicy. So the potential altcoin trade setups. The original sketch that I drew here. This was the Sol short. Man, we short so many coins here. I love to short altcoins that people get super bullish on. But Luna, so we did on the 13th of January, we did Luna analysis. And one of the potential trade setups that I gave here was this one. And I wanted to come up into the golden pocket with bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame. When we did the analysis, we were right up here where my mouse is. I'm like, I want to see us come down to this support, get the bounce up to the golden pocket with the bearish div on the 4-hour time frame, and drop from there down to this golden pocket. That's pretty much exactly what happened, except when we came back down to the level of support right here, that's where we got our bounce. And so the Luna short was juicy. So I took profit here. And I told everyone Luna is at support, a great place to take profit on your paper trade. Still keeping a part of the paper trade open with the next take profit at the golden pocket below and potentially lower if the market dumps. Now, here's the thing. I'm still in my Luna short in case Bitcoin does dump. In case we dump, you know, I'm ready for this thing to come down. But we can see that on the 4-hour time frame, things look very bullish here. We've got the anchor, we've got the trigger, and on the 1-hour time frame, we had very bullish divergences with money flow and momentum coming up. Now, you can also see that we did get a bounce when we came to the support. We came up, we got a bounce off of our golden pocket locally. And the next major area of resistance right here is going to be this local golden pocket right up here at around $82. So if we come up above this golden pocket, I am going to close out my short. But it's still resistance, and we can see right here that we're printing a very negative looking trigger wave, just like Bitcoin is, on the 1-hour time frame. So we'll have to wait and see. Unfortunately, I didn't open along here, and I didn't open along here, which was dumb of me. But hey, what you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? Now, look at this. We're pumping right now, absolutely pumping. So if we zoom out for Luna as well, we can see that we are in a macro downtrend, potentially making. Let me shut some of this stuff off here. Just I don't want too much noise on the chart. Right, we can see that we are making the high, the low, the lower high, the lower low, the lower high. You know, I was potentially looking to do something like this on Luna. I was potentially looking to do something like that to form a nice W right here with the higher low, because of the fact that we have this untapped golden pocket right here. And I just felt that potentially we could really, on some of these higher time frames, by the time we come back down here, be getting bullish divergences on this level on some of the higher time frames. Like if we're starting to get bullish divergences on the 4-hour time frame as we come down to here, right, I think we could get a nice bounce from it. And then, of course, we have all these golden pockets along the way down, which are areas I'm looking to long. If this downtrend is going to stay intact, then I will be looking to long the supports. And that's pretty much my style of trading. I like to get myself into whatever the trend is. I like to hold swing positions, and then I like to scalp the counter trend. You know, that's why I'm short on Bitcoin. I'm in multiple short positions on Bitcoin, so many of them. The most recent one I'm in right now is this setup that I gave here. We actually entered 2 of them, one here, one from a little bit higher, and I'm still holding it. And basically, it's just so interesting to go back in time and look at these types of things here. I was looking at, you know, I had this plan. I like to make plans, right? I had this plan to come up to here, to come down to here and bounce from there. And then that's pretty much exactly what happened, right? We came up to there, well, not quite to there, almost, but then we came down to here, got our bounce. I like to make plans, and I like to trade them if I get my confirmations. And so I'm holding all these shorts on Bitcoin while I'm scalping the counter trend, and hopefully one of these times the scalp will be a longer term trade. Now, I am also long on Bitcoin, holding a more of a swing position from down here. This is the where are we? Right here. No, is that it? No, hang on. Sorry, guys. I'm flopping and groping in my own Discord here. So this, right? This potential swing long trade that just from coming down below the $41,000 level with bullish divergences, I wanted to get into a trade. So I'm still in that trade from right down here, from about 40,000 point something. And I'm still looking at this as the potential bottom. That's why I'm talking about potentially putting in a higher low. Because of the fact that I am long from this wick right here, I am looking for a higher low. Potentially this was the higher low. If we come a little bit lower, potentially this will be the higher low. I'm looking for a reversal in market structure. I think this was a very significant low right here. And it would not surprise me if that was the bottom. And, you know, I'm looking for that kind of that W shape, right? Where we come down, we come up, we come down, put in the higher low for the move to the upside with the momentum coming up. So it's interesting. I'm holding swing shorts. I'm holding swing longs. I'm scalping it, guys. We're schlonging it. We're schlonging it. It's good to be schlong, short and long at the same time. Both trades in profit. Both positions. Let's see what we got going on in here. In the chat, people are bearish. CG has a question about stop losses. We can talk about it, but CG, make sure you only trade with fake money for sure. And so what I like to do when I am scalping is I don't really use a stop loss. If I'm using high leverage, I'm risking 0.5 to 2% to 3% of my account. And if I'm swing trading, then I might use a lower leverage and risk more of my account. And so a lot of times, if you're confident in your entry, then you need to follow through. You need to follow through. If you're there's multiple ways to go about it, but if you are risking only 1% of your capital at 10x leverage, then you can really put 10%. If you're using 1x leverage, 10x leverage risking 1% is the equivalent of 1x leverage risking 10%. Then you don't have to use a stop loss. You don't have to worry about it. You can put a very loose stop loss, and if you're confident in your entries, the trade will probably go in your way. Like a good example of that is the trade that I took yesterday, where I was in this trade, right? And I entered it over here, and for 6 hours the trade was flopping and groping. But because I saw my confirmations on the chart, which was mostly the money flow coming up, right? The money flow coming up on the 12 and 15 minute as we're flopping and groping here, it made me stay in my position. And the fact that I was only risking 1% of my fake money here, right? Only risking 1 to 2% of my fake money in this trade. I'm like, well, if first of all, I had a lot of playing room, even at 50x leverage. There's a lot of playing room. You can use 50x leverage if you're scalping, and the price could come down pretty low, and you're not going to get liquidated. You could use a 75% stop loss and have a lot of playing room here. And if you get stopped out, you're risking less than 1 to 2% of your total trading capital. But if your confirmations are there, then if you're confident in the trade, if you took that trade, that means you're confident in the entry. You should never enter a trade that you're not confident in the entry. And so if you're not confident, it can allow you to put your stop loss too tight, which will then make you lose out on gains. But if you are confident, I would recommend, and this is not financial advice for your paper trading, and this has to do with scalping, where you're very confident in your level and your confirmations. This is not looking at a high time frame and saying, I think we're going to go up soon. No, this is saying we're at support, we have bullish divergences. I think that the probabilities are in my favor that we're going to bounce here. And so go for it. Go for it. If you're not risking too much capital, then even if the trade doesn't go in your favor, that's fine. Just wait for the next trade. You didn't lose too much. So that's the advice I would give. Non-financial advice, of course, because I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. And, again, I do not advocate trading at all. So, but you do have to use stop losses in the right context. If you're using lower leverage, then you need to use a stop loss, because if you have 100% of your account on a trade and you're only trying to risk 5%, you have to have a 5% stop loss. And in that case, then you have to do the calculation and say, let's say, just for example, that you're short from up here, right? Let's say that you're short from right here. Okay. If you're short from right here, then you have to do and you're using low leverage. Let's say you're using 2x leverage to short this, right? And you only want to risk 1% of your account. If you're using 2x leverage, that means your stop loss, you have to calculate to say, okay, I'm risking 1% of my account. I can't use more than a 0.5% stop loss, because I'm putting 2x leverage, 100% of my account on the trade. If I'm using more than a 0.5% stop loss, I will be risking more than fits my risk management plan, right? And so, there's multiple ways to do it. I prefer the high leverage, low percentage of capital method for my paper trades, because it takes a lot of the pressure off. Because what I mean by that is, if you have a lot more capital on the trade and you're exposing your capital to risk, and your liquidation price is very, very far away, it's tempting to move that stop loss. It's tempting to not use the stop loss. It's tempting to say, it'll go back in my direction eventually. You don't know that. So the high leverage method, in a way, psychologically, has helped me a lot, because it's like, if I get stopped out, first of all, my liquidation is always at my clear invalidation point. So if I was actually going to short here, this wick right here would be my clear, okay, I need to get out of the trade. So as long as my liquidation price is not before the place where my idea gets invalidated, I'm good to go. And let's say it does come up here, I probably still have some playing room before liquidation, which would probably be somewhere up here, even if I'm using high leverage. And I could get out of the trade manually if I wanted to. But even if I don't get out of the trade and I get liquidated, I didn't take a big loss at all, and I just wait for the next trade, right? So Bitcoin is coming down to the, let's check out what's going on here. So we're losing this very important high volume node. We are now losing the VWAP. So let's take a look at these low time frames here. What is happening? We are getting some bullish divergences on the 1 minute time frame here. Not very strong looking. I'd like to see what happens here at this VWAP, and I'd like to see what happens at the very local golden pocket here. I would like to see that. Let's go to the 3 minute. Man, money flow's coming down. Not looking so great here, honestly. But this is crucial. And if we start losing these, I might honestly get out of my trade. I am long from, I guess, 40.2. So I'm long from like right in here. So we'll have to see. I've already taken some profits out, so it will not be a loss if I get stopped out, which is another component of risk management that is very important. Taking profits while in profits. Taking profits while in profits is super important, guys. You don't want to wreck yourself. You really don't. Let's see. People are still foxes that eat chickens. By the way, guys, in honor of the 76,000 subscribers, if you use the coupon code LOVE, all capitals, you can get 40% off the trading course. Yeah, Aaron Grierson brings up a great point. Stop loss above liquidation no matter what, because you will save a lot of money on that liquidation fee. Make sure to like the video, guys, because if you like the video, when we get 750 likes, we will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. We will be giving that away. which might be worth nothing at the way this stream is going, guys. It might be worth absolutely nothing. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. Let's take a look at the 1 minute here. I mean, we've got some slight bullish divs forming here. If we can reclaim that VWAP, could be good. Get a bounce off the golden pocket, could be good. Higher time frames, still maintain my bullish sentiment on these higher time frames, guys. I still do. Put on good old DBSI, and we were very bullish at the beginning of the stream. Let's see what we're at now. Oof, bearish. Looking quite bad. Look. The tides have turned, guys. The tides have turned. The tides have absolutely turned. Whew, man. It's wild. Wow. Oh, we have a new candle. That's why. Okay, so this candle. All right. Well, the tides have turned, guys. The tides have turned. Look at this now. Oof. Oof. Red trigger wave printing. Let's check out the 6 minute. Oof. Not looking so great. Let's check out the 1 minute, guys. Let's check out the 1 minute. Looking pretty bad. Looks like the VWAP is gonna flop over again. Looks like the VWAP is gonna flop over again. Yeah, so crucial levels, if we want to put in the higher low, are going to be either putting in a higher low up here. If we lose this white line, the 786, if we lose the 786, honestly, my last hope for any kind of bullish scenario is getting a bounce from below this wick. And if that doesn't happen, well, it's a good thing I'm paper trading, guys, because I would have lost everything. So let's see what we got going on here. Man, you guys are the best. We got an uneven butt chick at 1 hour, says Kuba Zablaki. Let's check out the uneven butt chick on the 1 hour. I wouldn't call that a uneven butt cheek because we didn't put in a higher high, right? We did not put in a higher high. And that's honestly what's keeping me slightly optimistic here, is that we didn't get a bearish divergence, right? We didn't get this, right? We didn't get the butt cheek. We didn't get the butt cheeks, right? We did not get the butt cheeks because the butt cheeks have to include price making a higher high. And we can see right here, price made a lower high and momentum made a lower high. So this is just a normal trigger wave, which isn't bullish. Trust me, it's not bullish. But the fact that the money flow is coming up here keeps me feeling a little optimistic, man. Keeps me feeling a little optimistic. We're getting some uneven butt cheeks on the 3 minute, right? We're getting maybe even some floppy butt cheeks on the 5 minute. Oof, that's looking not so great. It's looking not so great. 1 minute money flow coming down, not the best thing in the world to see. But very curious. I'll bet you we'll get some kind of bounce off of this golden pocket right here. Let's see how the golden pocket is held. See how it's held here. I honestly don't like that money flow. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Not on the 1 minute, I don't. On the 3 minute, it looks a little bit better. On the 3 minute, it's looking a little bit better because of this. Right? Let's see the 6 minute. It's hard to tell right now on the 6 minute, but I will say, you know, if we go back far enough on the 6 minute, we can see this stuff coming up over time, which is a good sign. Which is a good sign. And again, even on the 12 minute, I mean, the money flow clearly coming up over time here. man, I would have liked to see a little bit higher of a blue money flow wave here, but that's okay. And then on the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour money flow looking pretty good, looking pretty dang good. And we see momentum coming up here. So I don't know, 12 hour, we've got the trigger wave printing right here. Well, it was printing, it's not printing anymore. So, hopefully this thing can print. And if it does, it could be pretty good. So hopefully we just play a game of red dot, green dot, where we do something like this. Hoping we do something like that. Do I use a 200 EMA as support or resistance for Bitcoin? Yeah, I sometimes use the 200 weekly moving average, but not the EMA. So shout out to Smokin' Joe. Smokin' Joe has been saying for a long time. Smokin' Joe has been saying that today Bitcoin is going to break out. Or I don't want to put words in your mouth, Smokin' Joe. But if I'm not wrong, Smokin' Joe, you believe, and you've been saying for a long time, that January 19th is going to be the day that Bitcoin pumps. Am I correct? And the Chad mode says Bitcoin's going to 37K. Yeah, let's entertain the 37K. And Smokin' Joe, type in here exactly what your perspective is, my friend. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? 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 These dang telemarketers. So let's see here. Let's entertain the 37K level, because I think that is a good level to entertain. Because if we take a golden pocket, aka a Fibonacci retracement from this low to this high, and we go ahead and turn on the 786, well, we can see that it's coming in right around 37K, and it would also allow us to go, oh no, and grab the liquidity from this little zone right here for the real bounce. And man, the daily is not looking nearly as bullish as it was earlier this morning, guys. But as long as this butt cheek doesn't come down lower than this first butt cheek, if we get two big BitBoy green butt cheek dots right here, right? You guys know what I'm saying? Big BitBoy butt cheek, that would still be pretty dang bullish. That would still be pretty dang bullish. That would be pretty bullish. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I like that. I like this scenario. I'm a fan of it. I think it's plausible. I think it's possible. I think it's something that we should plan for and be aware of, right? My man Tom Crown the other day. What just happened to Market Cipher? My man Tom Crown yesterday. He was bringing up another good fact that things are looking quite similar to how they were in this summer time, where we had the head and shoulders, and then broke up from it, and now again, we've got the old head and shoulder kind of thing going on right here. I don't know. I don't even know. Is this? I wouldn't even. I don't know. I don't even know. But it is interesting that they do have a similar vibe. These things have similar vibes here. And then, of course, also we can do this. Which is a macro on the macro time frame. This is a kind of a bearish rising wedge. But we do have to be aware that we can come a little bit lower here to tap that trend line around the low 39s to the 37K area and get a bounce out of here, right? This definitely. I would like that to be a quick wick though. If we get a closing candles under here, I'm getting a little bit nervous there, guys. I'd like it to be a quick chicken wick, right? I'd like it to be a quick chicken wick, right? I want to watch my favorite video right now. Chickens drinking water. I love when the chickens drink water. I want to see the price just dip down like this hen. I love this hen right here. She reminds me of my own chickens. What a cutie. Oh, she's so sweet. She's so sweet. She's probably a broody mama trying to sit on some eggs. I want the price to just dip the beak down into the water like that. Boom. Real quick to 37 and then lap it up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. So let's come back down to our 1 hour to look at the damages over here and see, is our car totaled? Are we going to be able to drive it again? What does the insurance company say? I don't know. Shout out to Robert Bonar, who says, fun fact, Jason pulls his fib out in public and is not afraid. That's true. I'm not ashamed of the fib. I'm not ashamed of the fib. Would I recommend traders for a long-term position to be stacking at those levels? You know, I can't give financial advice on here, and I'm just a paper trader myself, but make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That's what a YouTuber would say. It depends. Do you have your confirmations, right? I mean, really, we have to have our confirmations. Yep, Antonio says we need a relief bounce because it did not happen since 69K. I totally agree, Antonio. I totally agree. Shout out to Crypto Tom. God bless, bro. Not my real name, Google. Still no volume compared to last year. Interesting. All right, Smoking Joe. Let's see what you said, Smoking Joe. Where are you? Okay, Smoking Joe still says this is a retest. Do I check the Tether market dominance? I don't, JP Duprees. Maybe I should. Yep, capitulation candles with massive volume have triggered a trend reversal in the past. Yep, 100%. That's what happens. That's where the chickens drink. We saw that back here, kind of on the 10th of January, but also more so, we saw that on the 3rd of December right here, right? We got this nice little move, which gave us a bounce, and I wouldn't call this a relief rally, but this is the kind of thing where, you know, we get these capitulation long wick candles, lots of volume, and we did come up 25% from there, right? So I mean, you know, I'm expecting us to come up a little bit more than 25% here, so we'll have to see. We will have to see, guys. Yeah, let's actually zoom into these lower TFs. Oh man, it's honestly not looking the best, guys. It's not looking the best. Let me see. I gotta. Yeah, it's really not looking the best right here, I have to be honest. The 1 minute is not looking so bad. We might get some support on that golden pocket. I hope we do. I hope Smoking Joe is right. I really hope you're right, Smoking Joe. Because, you know, although I'm schlonging it up and I'm super, super comfortable, long or short right now, I prefer long right now, you know? I prefer long. I want my spot portfolio to be booming again so I can go to my family on the holidays and they won't make fun of me anymore. Right? Go to my in-laws' house after a Bitcoin crash and she's like whispering to my wife, hey, you guys all right? You guys okay? You doing all right? Because, you know, your in-laws never understand that. They don't understand shorting, right? Like, what do you do? Oh, you're into crypto? Yeah, I trade crypto. You tell them about it. You're like, yeah, it doesn't matter which way the price goes, you know? They're like, oh, okay, cool. Then, like, Bitcoin crashes and you go over there and they're giving you weird looks like, you guys all right? You guys need to stay here for a few years? It's like, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. Trust me, I'm all right. Well, I don't want to open up Safari. Hang on. Yeah, J-Boy Bullish is correct. I want Bitcoin to pump so I can get myself that Lamborghini tractor. Yeah, I mean, Jagged Vids, if your DCA on spot. I mean IDCA on spot, fake money, of course. You know, shout out to Dave Hagen or Hagen, and shout out to Josh Pierce. The 40% off trading class. All right, guys. So in honor of 76,000 subscribers, I am holding a coupon for the course. JasonCasperTrading.com. Bitcoin up 1.76%, and you know the this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to not only read the charts and feel confident in your trades, but also read the charts and feel confident in your trades. Stop FOMO trading and trading with emotions. Good strategies, risk management. There's currently a 40% discount if you use the coupon code capital L, capital O, capital V, capital E. 40% off. It's a pretty great deal. Even if you've never looked at a chart before, we go over all the technical analysis you need to get started, how I use my indicators to get in and out of trades, 5 profitable trading strategies, as well as risk management and mindset so that you don't blow your paper trading account. For paper trading only, guys. So I hope there's no people trading real money in this YouTube channel, because I do not advocate for that in any way, shape, or form, guys. Remember, the purpose of life is to avoid all risk, no matter what the cost. Okay, if it's costing you your mental and physical health, that's okay. Keep doing it, because you don't want to put yourself in any kind of risk. And this is a scientific fact. Don't ask, don't believe me. Simply just turn on your TV and you'll find this also to be true. And so I do not advocate any kind of leverage trading or any kind of investing, because there's the potential that something bad could happen to you. And the one thing I learned through my public education and university education is that if anything in life makes me offended or uncomfortable or poses any kind of risk to me in any way, I need to avoid that at all costs. And so I would never trade with real money, okay? And I hope none of you ever would either. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. But capital L, capital O, capital V, capital E is the code for the 40% off. And I will also say that if you do want to join the VIP Discord, where we post the juicy analysis and the potential trade setups, we've been scalping the corn and the Ethereum up and down. You can do that by going to patreon.com/Jason Casper, which I actually don't have a link right here. But yeah, patreon.com/Jason Casper. So that's right, L888. Better safe than profit. Yes, Tom, I am peeing on the toilet like a good girl, yep. And I keep forgetting to turn off my hydroponic system down here, where I'm growing herbs such as basil. And yeah, can we get 500 likes? If we can get 500 likes up in here, I'm gonna do a course giveaway. I don't think we can do it. I have to go soon, guys. See, the thing is, people always rat on me and say I end the stream before the giveaway. The truth is, we've had a whole hour with over 600 people in here, and we only have 300 likes. So it's not. I'm not ending it before we do the giveaway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? So, yep, they call me Paper Trade J. Paper Trade J. So, shout out to Robert Bonar. Shilling the like button. FOMO into the like button, guys. But yeah, I am going to have to close out the stream real soon, guys, because I have things to do. I have important things to do. And I have very little time to do them. But I love you guys. I really do. I love hanging out on these streams. I love hanging out on these streams. So, yeah. Let's end this, man. Let's end this. But before I end it, as usual, you know, I do love each and every one of you, and I do pray that God blesses all of you. And so receive this blessing in the Hebrew language, and the purpose of this blessing is that the Lord, the creator of the heavens and the earth, will place his name upon you and bless you. Because the truth is, this world is getting crazy, guys. This world's getting crazy, and hope and restoration and true peace and completeness is only found in Jesus the Messiah. And the older I get, the more I find that to be the truth. So receive this blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. In English, that means, may the Lord bless and protect you. May he shine his light upon you and have grace upon you. And may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you wholeness and completeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen, y'all. Peace, y'all.